Well, hi, it's us with another exciting edition of Will Ford Ever Fix the Air Conditioning in Our Truck? Do you know how they'll know when it's fixed?
We'll tell them.
We'll stop doing these videos, yeah. You'll find out. So here we are again, and much like the last one, a lot of this footage is in Instagram format because she's much better at remembering to take video about these things than I am. She puts the Instagram
I just complain
together
a lot more, so I complain to my anybody who will listen on Instagram in stories. So if you like listening to stories, you can head over to Instagram.
Yeah, it's Hathaway We Go and Cozy Mountain Cottage
Or Cozy Mountain Cottage. Yeah,
there too.
I have two, and sometimes I get confused as to which account I'm on since I have two accounts.
So in this video, we do a little bit of catch up. There's going to be some repeat for those who may not know what's going on, and because it just kind of fits in with the Instagram. So bear with, it's a story that's worth hearing. To add a little more excitement, we put a timeline, a calendar on there this time, so you can see how long it's actually been since our air conditioning went out as to where we are now. Not to give the story away, but we did make it to Bellingham and they got the parts in. They actually got the parts in. And by in, I mean they received the parts. You'll have to keep watching to see if they actually got them in the truck and where we are with air conditioning.
Don't let the windows being down be a clue or anything. Just saying.
Right. So hey, we appreciate you guys, following along with us. Appreciate the new subscribers. Welcome.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Right. All the comments are fantastic. A lot of likes. We've set a record all across the board on those. We really, really appreciate it. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed,
please subscribe.
As 95% of you haven't.
95%.
Why? How are you going to know when we finally get this fixed if you don't subscribe and ring the notification bell? So give that a shot. Even if you don't, thanks for being here.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us.
Thanks for sticking it out with no air conditioning with us. Did we get it fixed?
You'll have to watch and see.
Roll Tide. Nope. Roll tape. Oh, hey everybody. Long time since we talked on here. I just wanted to pop in and give you an update on what we are calling the Big Red Hot Box, or perhaps the Covered Wagon. This is our 2023 F350 that we bought in December of 2023. So it is 7, maybe 8 months old. And the continuing saga of having it being down with no air conditioning. So I'm going to do just a quick recap to catch y'all up, and then we'll give you the latest updates. So we headed out on our summer fling in June, and on June 24th we were traveling through Moab, Utah, and the air conditioner went out. June 24th is not a great time to be in Utah if you don't have any air conditioning. We made it to just up above Provo in the canyon there, and did a lot of Googling and found out what the problem was. It's the AC compressor. It's a common, very well-known issue with the 2023, 24 Super Duties. We didn't know it when we bought it. We know it now, so don't buy one. Just do yourself a favor. Do not buy a new Super Duty. It'll break, and the service is horrible. So we took it to Larry Miller in Provo. They diagnosed it as a bad AC compressor. Go figure, just like we told them. And told us that that part was on indefinite back order from Ford. No solution. But they would order it and have it ready for us. And I told them, don't do that. We're just passing through. When we get somewhere we're going to be for a while, we will order it there and have them fix it. So we spent the week there working as we had to. The next week we were in Yellowstone. It was absolutely amazing. It was cool. We didn't really miss the air conditioning much until we left there, and then the heat wave we've all been in settled over the top of us, and we were it was terrible travels, just trying to get from one place to the next, getting up at 6, trying to be in a spot by noon so we weren't dying when it's 98 degrees outside. I don't know how the pioneers did it, quite frankly. It's terrible. It's one thing when you know you're getting into it, and another when you don't have it. So we were going to be in Bellingham, Washington, which is right near the Canadian border, for a few weeks. So I made an appointment with Bellingham Ford to get in and have this thing looked at, because you can't have one Ford dealer diagnose your problem and have a different one fix it. Whoever diagnoses it has to fix it. So we got that going for us. So we got to Bellingham. I had an appointment for July 8th. The morning of July 8th, I get a call from their service department. We can't get you in. We're very busy. A recurring theme with Bellingham Ford. We can't. We're very busy. But they could get us in on July 16th. As you know, that's quite a bit later. So fortunately, again, cooler in Washington than Arizona. Not cool enough. We ended up renting a car to be able to go do anything, so we didn't feel completely trapped. We took it in on July 16th, and they diagnosed it as, guess what? Air conditioning compressor problem. Go figure. So by this time we had escalated, as we'd heard people do, and we had a Ford service rep assigned to us. We took it in on July 16th. They diagnosed it with the same thing that I told him it was going to be, same thing I told our assigned Ford rep it was going to be, and the same thing Larry Miller said it was going to be. And they didn't give us the indefinite back order. They said they could probably have one on August 12th. This is July 16th. So we had to change location a couple times before then. On August 8th, I did get a call from our assigned Ford rep who was going to escalate things, saying, have you heard from the dealer? They got your parts today. That's the one place where this person actually did us any good, because I know Bellingham Ford would not have even called me until the 12th, or until I said, okay, it's the 12th. What do you got for me? So I called them. They said, we will call you back. We don't see it. We'll see if we can find it. They did not call me back. I called them back near close of business that day, and they're like, oh yeah, we have the parts. We can get you in maybe on tomorrow. It was going to be, they could get us in tomorrow. I was like, no, that's not going to work at all. Keep in mind, this is August 8th. So they could get me in on August 13th, which was yesterday. Maybe 50-50 chance. They were going to call me on the 12th at 4 o'clock. So I called them at 5 o'clock and said, okay, can you do it tomorrow? Again, we're very busy. We don't have time. I got people out. Same story Ford always has. 50-50 chance they can get me in. I said, I will be there at 8 in the morning. So I roll in. At this point, we're in Olympia. It's a 3-hour drive up through Seattle to do it, to have our air conditioning, obvi. So I roll up through Seattle in the morning, almost 3 hours. I get there a little bit after 8. We're very busy. We'll try to get you in today. We had made plans for me to spend the night there, to rent a car, drive back down here, drive back up, pick it up on Thursday, whatever the deal was. They did get it in that day. This is yesterday. So what, the 13th. And I sat there and bugged them and kept going to get updates. What's going on? Well, we're trying to do this. We don't want to spend the time to take the bumper off to do this, to replace the air conditioning clutch coil. And they should have replaced the air conditioning compressor. So we're going to come in through the tire side. Whatever. After 4 o'clock, they finally came out and said, it's done. It's great. It's working. We'll get you on your way. I'm done. I'm ready to go. I get in the truck. It's 65 degrees there. It's nice. I get about 20 minutes away from the dealer, and their service department's closed by this time because I tried calling. And I'm like, I really need to test this out. I set the AC on max, and it should have been freezing me out. It started heating up the cabin. I was there for 8 hours. I traveled for 6 hours yesterday. They did not fix a thing. They replaced what the manual said was the first problem. What the internet said they would do. Replace the coil. If that doesn't work, replace the compressor. Ford, it doesn't work. Spend the money and fix the freaking problem.
You gotta do better than that.
So I called the dealer and they said, we'll bring it back. Just bring it back in. They don't care. They don't care that you're stranded. I know I would take it back, and they say, okay, we'll order a compressor. It'll be another indefinite back order for 8 weeks. So we are, we have an appointment to go see daughter and granddaughter, hi guys, run a half marathon at Mount St. Helens. We're going to do that. We're going to take a day on the coast to chillax, and then we're headed back to Arizona in the 100-degree heat. We're going to try to travel early, check in early, because our Ford truck, brand new Ford truck, had 8,000 miles on it when this problem happened. We're going to drive it back home with no air conditioning. We will drop it at the Ford dealer and say, don't call me until it works. Or maybe we'll push it off a cliff on the way home. We just don't know what we're going to do. So frustration level, as you can tell, extremely high. Service level, abysmally low. Don't buy a Ford just because of the service. We are here with our friends, Deborah and Kevin and Shanna. And
Gil is
Gil's
run off.
gone.
Gil, where'd
Gil's
Gil
gone.
go?
So we were talking about the truck in all of its brokenness. And it came up the topic of if something had to break, the air conditioning was probably the thing to break, because if the transmission had gone out, we'd be stuck. If the alternator had gone out, we had the same indefinite back order, we would be stuck. You know, rear axle, you get where I'm going with this. And so we were looking for the silver lining, and it's right there. So now you know. Yes, they replaced the clutch coil. No, it did not fix it. So, as
Here
we
we
mentioned,
are. Windows down.
Yeah, still. So, hey, you want to tell them what you just told me?
Well, when the next video starts our long drive home,
It does.
our long hot drive home. And I know in the last video I said, you know, and I was all grumpy and I said, we can't go home. We can't go home. I can't do that. We're not going to put dogs through that. We can't go. And I was having a really bad day, you guys. I was having a really bad day. I'm really sorry. But yeah, we've just decided now that we've waited 7 weeks, they said they fixed it. It's still not fixed. We don't want to keep waiting here.
Yeah.
We don't live full time in our RV. We have a home. We just want to be home. So we're going to strap in, buckle up, take a squirt bottle and roll the windows down and suffer through and go home.
Yeah. So when we get there, we're just going to drop the truck off at the Ford dealer and say, fix it. Yeah. But wait until you see what happens when we get home to our hometown Ford dealer.
Yeah.
That's worth coming back for.
Oh, it just doesn't stop.
Come back and see. We'll be here. We'll be too.
Every time you say goodbye, every time you say goodbye.
Okay, just never mind. Erase.
Delete,
That
delete.
part out.